I have to watch my tongue. Otherwise, I'll end up in the police station, and that would be the end. Bastards. They're everywhere. Roman Petra, work assignment officer. Those state employees. He even checks his personal email on the office server. I can see Endora has been sacking more people than ever. The problem is, most of the people only find out the morning they don't let them come back to work. I've never worked for Theolex, but one should try everything. Considering he's a well-paid clerk with a simple job, he looks pretty angry. Hello.
Hello, what can I do for you?
I'd like to be assigned to Endora as an employee.
One more time, please?
I'd like to.
All right, so I understood it right. Where are you employed?
Nowhere just now.
I see. But how come you still have a card?
I left the job voluntarily.
Interesting. You have a sense of humor.
Well, I was just joking a little. Who would leave voluntarily these days? I was sacked because there was no work for me. But I'd worked hard, so they let me keep the card.
That's possible. And where did you work?
For Endora.
You see for yourself, they have no vacancies. I've seen their statistics. Simply bad luck. Goodbye.
In fact, I worked at many places already, with Endora, with Theolex, and I helped in the slums here and there.
You want to chit-chat about life with me or what? Shall I fetch a bottle of Chianti?
Well, I just mean the work for Endora was the best I've ever had. I'd like to get involved there again.
I'd like a lot of things.
I worked well all the time. I didn't deserve to be fired.
Others didn't deserve that either, especially in Theolex. So, get lost. Those things aren't for you to decide. It's you again? What is it now?
I'd like to be assigned to Endora.
So don't make a habit of it. We have a lot of work here.
The clerk spoke quite strangely about Theolex. Maybe it's somehow connected with the mass layoff. I'll read the lists of fired personnel carefully. Let's see. There's a card number in the list that doesn't look like a slums number. His leaving papers are effective from tomorrow. That means he has to return his card tomorrow. From someone from the management? It must be worse than death. Actually, he isn't good at anything. And won't be able to get home either.
It's you again?
May I ask you about your experience with Theolex?
I don't see why I should tell you.
I worked there for some time. I had a bad experience with them too.
And what?
Well, you know, I was sacked.
Yes, you're right. I know this place rather well. And I know people like yourself, too. First, a lot of silly questions, and then I get locked up, right? Tell the inspector. I told him already. I was loyal enough. Yeah, and further, you may tell him I've decided to overlook that he sleeps with my wife. It's you again?
Please, listen to me for a while.
Damn! Damn it! You won't give me a rest, will you? All right. What else does the inspection want to know?
I'm not with the inspection. They act altogether differently, I think.
Maybe I believe you, maybe not. It's you again?
To say that I was fired surely doesn't mean I'm with the inspection. I think what matters is the reason why I was fired from Theolex.
All right, so why?
They accused me falsely. In fact, I don't even know what allegedly I did or didn't do.
Mongrels! Yeah, they do that to almost everybody. My son's in the same situation, and I fear what they're gonna do to him. Will they fire him, take his card, or kill him outright? Look, you want to get into Endora, right? And what are you ready to do for that job?
Anything.
I'm glad to hear that. So, Listen, if you can get into Theolex and delete all the information about the allegation of my son, you'll be assigned to Endora in no time. And now go away, lest they start suspecting us. They don't like me much here.
Retina scanner. They do have a sense of security around here. I have no idea how to get around it. Access card slots. They probably use different types. I can't get into the system without a proper card. I don't know what to do. We are a company with years of experience. Professor Petrenko came up with the idea of creating the corporation from which Theolex rose. Before the war, we only had one branch, but android manufacturing made us what we are now. There is no town you wouldn't find us in. There's no household without a product of ours. We rose from technology, and we create technology. Eh? Why all the elevated talk? Through the main gate, and around a guard post, and across a ray field? I can't pass here. Discarded laboratory glass from Theolex. Some of the pieces could be useful. Let's see if some of it could be useful. That looks useful. Looks like a cooling coil, undamaged. The rest is broken. A piece of laboratory glassware I found near Theolex. Laboratory glassware. I found it near Theolex. He's dreaming a happy, alcoholic dream. I'll leave him to it. Tom, I have one more request for you, and this time it's not simply opening a child's diary.
Richard, I warn you. If you get mixed up in something, I'll be pissed off. But all right. It'll be better if I help you, rather than you going to somebody else. Because I know you're stubborn enough to do that.
No questions, please. I need to get around an eye scanner.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am serious.
If it's some kind of a new Theolex model, then it's impossible.
It's right in Theolex, and it must be possible.
I'm telling you it's not. Except, maybe.
Maybe what?
Well, it's a long shot, but if you had the eye of somebody with access to the facility, it might be possible.
Would it matter if the person was dead?
What? Are you kidding?
Don't worry, I'm not gonna kill anyone. Someone else did that already.
It's theoretically possible. You'd have to be quick, and you'd have to keep the eye somewhere. Ethanol would be the best.
Do you happen to have some ethanol?
You know it's hard to come by. The booze I got here isn't anywhere near strong enough.
But you used to make your own, right?
Yeah, that's right. I still have my distillery in the back room, but there are parts missing.
What do I need to get?
Some bottles, definitely. One for the burner, and one to put the ethanol in. A cooling coil, a cork, and something to distill. Old fruit would be good.
Thanks. That won't be difficult to find.
Why do I always fall for this?
I'm leaving. I can't just stand here.
Well, don't get yourself into something you can't handle.
I can see Tom's got some interesting stuff here. A crowbar will be useful. I need a cooling coil, a suitable bottle for the burner, rotting fruit, and a cork. I have everything I need to put together a distillery, so let's get brewing. The plum jar might be useful. The distillery's finished. I remember we used to have fruits in those. A crowbar, the thief's best friend. Looks like the distillation process went right. I hope the ethanol is good. Homemade ethanol, made according to an old family recipe. Tom, I'm proud of myself. This is decent ethanol.
Hey, your self-praise stinks as bad as that stuff. Besides, what's the use of the ethanol without the eye?
I guess you're right. I don't even know where to look for it.
A morgue, maybe? Or an autopsy room? There aren't too many places like that in the slums. Depends how important the owner of the eye was.
Well, he lived in Old Town in a nice apartment, and the government seemed to be pretty interested in him.
Then he'll be in the slums hospital. It's the last railway station in the direction towards town. It used to be a government facility, but then the district borders were shifted. It's too good for the slums.
Guess I should check it out. Thanks for the info. The local storms are more and more frequent. I hope the rain isn't too acidic. Somebody had fun on that bridge. I wonder where the androids are going all the time. Looks like they're bored. Looking around, I'm glad I never needed to go to a hospital, although this one must have been pretty before. Angiocentrum, urology, something, orthopedy. Ugh. There's no morgue or an autopsy room. Of course, why would anybody look for those? No visitors there. The ceiling is held together by the power of pure will, but there are magazines on the table. Pragmatic, a guide for the modern man. I didn't know they still publish these nowadays. I don't have the time to go through it. Information terminal for visitors. I need the professor's eye. This is where I might find his body. Nothing. The databases are empty. Or there are no patients here, which wouldn't surprise me. I can't see what's on them. I'm not going to move them. The android looks like it cares about them. I've never seen an android like that. It looks almost friendly.
Welcome to the Prague Slums Hospital. How can I help you?
You are a woman?
Yes, I'm one of the latest Theolex female series. And please don't stare at me like that.
Sorry, you even speak nicely. Almost sophisticated. I haven't seen an android like you before.
My communication module is the most advanced system in the field.
Wow. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to get used to that.
Can I help you?
Was it just my imagination, or did your tongue really slip in the greeting?
Yes, it was an error in sentence construction. I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. Androids don't make these kinds of mistakes. You're machines. Robots.
I'm also going to consider your remark a slip of the tongue. You will certainly want to correct yourself.
Okay, I'm sorry. You do act differently than other robots. You probably aren't like them.
Thank you for your understanding.
And what did the slip of the tongue mean then?
This hospital used to be in the government district and I used to work in the reception desk here. That's why I make an error in greeting sometimes.
Oh, I see. What happened here anyway? Advanced equipment? Nice building? Looks like it was built recently. And yet it's shabby and ruined, just like everything else in the district.
I will tell you everything I know about the building if you are interested.
I'd like to hear everything you can tell me.
As you said earlier, the hospital was built recently. It was originally called Prague Government Hospital and it was the most advanced facility of its kind. The best people worked here. After the shift of the borders in 2037, the hospital ended up in the slums and took over the old facility destroyed by the war. Most of the personnel were transferred to the new government hospital. Only a few androids of my class and 2 doctors stayed here.
So that's why this place is so shabby and neglected. You don't have time to take care of everything.
Unfortunately, sir. I'm supposed to take care of the reception desk, but I can't handle everything. And the place is always empty anyway. 2 doctors, one of whom is a pathologist and the other an anesthesiologist, won't attract too many patients. Even if they can afford a doctor, that is. After the introduction of the medical treatment fees, healthcare became a luxury most of the slum inhabitants can't afford.
And do you have any patients here then?
Of course. Our morgue is always full. The service is the cheapest here. Please see the information bulletin with a discount voucher at the table.
No, thank you. I hope I'm not going to be needing these kinds of services anytime soon, even if they're the cheapest.
Under certain circumstances, they include transport too.
But all in all, you must be pretty bored around here, aren't you?
Unfortunately, I must agree with you. You can't imagine how glad I was to be able to speak with you, sir.
I'm glad I could help, and thank you for the information. Can you tell me how to get to the morgue?
Of course. Go to the end of the reception hall and take the hallway to your right. The elevator at the end of the hallway will take you there.
I noticed the light goes off from time to time, and then you sort of stagger.
It's the storm, sir. We are not connected to the network and our generator fails from time to time. Sometimes even I have to recharge at this blue stand behind me.
Really? How come I haven't seen you doing it yet?
My task is to be at the reception at the disposal of the customers at all times, and charging would take some time.
So, are you gonna stagger like this forever?
I have to wait until tomorrow when somebody comes to relieve me.
There is no information at the terminal. Is it out of order?
The terminal is working, but nobody has put any information in it for 8 years.
I see. I could replace you for a while, so you could go recharge yourself. It doesn't look like anybody should be coming anyway.
You never know, but thank you. I gladly accept your offer.
Done? That was quick.
Yes, recharging doesn't take long. Thank you again. It should do for a while.
I think I'll be going. Goodbye. The hallway leads to the morgue. Ugh, this doesn't feel right. Hope I'm never gonna be needing one of those. I better not try to sit.
Hey, what are you...
Hello.
Hello, is there anything you need?
I wanted to talk to you.
About what?
What's the work of a pathologist like?
Why, are you thinking of joining us?
Not really, but I'm interested in medicine in general, and, I don't know much about pathology.
That's simple. They bring you a corpse, you cut it into small pieces, and then you catalog them. And that's all?
Well, yeah. What do you think of the hospital?
What do you mean? Used to be the best one in the government district, and now it's the best one in the slums.
I don't really see any difference. The corpses are the same everywhere. And you don't mind moving from a government hospital to perform autopsies on the poor?
Excuse me? Do you think I perform autopsies on the poor from the slums? Are you crazy? Nobody gives a damn about the punks around here. I only take care of those who are brought to me by the police or the government.
So things really didn't change that much for you then?
No, not really. I just wish Endora would stop coming for visits.
So, Endora. I have business with them too.
But I don't want to talk about that, especially not with you.
But you get enough clients here, don't you?
Are you kidding? I have so much work, I don't know who to cut up first. Damn, I wish the shift was over soon.
And how long do you have to stay? I mean, it's night.
I don't decide about my working hours. The tin can at the reception desk does.
You don't get along with the androids very well, do you?
Don't get along. That's an understatement.
But they're so... human.
Exactly. They're always complaining about everybody treating them unfairly, and they're vindictive. And there's more of them than us humans. And they plot against us.
What?
Like yesterday. One of them didn't like the way I greeted him. Told the receptionist, and see? I have a night shift.
Unfortunately...
Did you say something?
Just that I'm sorry for you.
Yeah, you are.
I think I'll be going.
Get out of here! You have no business here!
Is there anything else I can do for you?
What do you think of the pathologist?
You mean the employee number MO8763, Dr. Patrick Kurt?
Yeah, that's him.
He's an employee with a lousy attitude, but he does his job well. He's often impolite and rude to his colleagues. Sometimes he even must be punished for it. Why are you asking anyway?
Well, I've had the pleasure of meeting him. He wasn't exactly nice.
That's it. He must learn to treat our potential clients politely. I must punish Dr. Kurt again. I have no other option.
That won't be necessary.
No, there's no other way. Thank you for telling me.
Thank you and goodbye.
Oh, it's you again.
Yes, me again.
I'm fed up with this.
With what?
The tin can from the reception desk signed me up for another shift. I'd really like to know who was complaining this time.
I have no idea.
What do you want?
What did you just do?
What do you mean?
With the scalpel?
Oh, that? I'm just watching it.
What's so fascinating about it? I mean, it's just a scalpel.
Just a scalpel? Look at it. A perfect razor-sharp piece of metal, precisely encased into another one. It can save life, or destroy it, or uncover a murder, like in this case.
This case?
Of course. The guy on the table used to be a policeman. Originally, everybody thought he committed suicide. His whole chest was incinerated by a police plasma weapon, except for one spot. The spot where he used to have his heart. And precisely at that spot, I found remains of a lead bullet. These aren't used anymore, and that's what the murderer had counted on. But unluckily for him, he came across me and my scalpel.
And what does it mean?
What do you think? The murderer killed him with a firearm and then tried to make it look like suicide. That's why he fried him with his own police weapon. Almost got away with it. Almost. I hope it's not only a scalpel for you anymore.
I think I'll be going.
Get out of here! You have no business here! Oh, it's you again.
Yes, me again.
What do you want?
Look, this might sound odd, but I really need to stay here alone for a while.
Alone? Of course. And the reason?
I'm acting on an order of a higher authority. I can't tell you anything.
Look, not that I'm suspicious or anything, but what higher authority?
Endora sent me.
Damn. Do you have to send people so often? And why didn't you send the same guy that came last time? And keep your voice down. My bosses are starting to smell something fishy. Other than these cadavers, of course. I can't cover up your dirty business forever.
You call it dirty business?
And what should I call it? You come, dissect or destroy what you need to, go, and leave the mess for me. At least you could have said something right away, without blabbing around.
I was trying to be polite.
Look, just leave me alone. Our deal has been honored, hasn't it? A young boy makes a mistake once and has to pay for it for the rest of his life. To think this should be it.
Okay, I'll tell my bosses. I think they'll understand. And now I would like you to do the thing.
Fine. You've got half an hour, but then you leave. Is that clear?
Of course, just like every time. And maybe for the last time.
I hope so. Goodbye.
Goodbye. That was close. Ah, poor guy. The butcher did his job thoroughly. I hope it really was an autopsy, not a failed surgery. Ugh. No, I'm not gonna dig through more bodies than I really have to. No way! What if I spoke to him and he answered? I can see the morgue is really spacious. There's too many boxes here. I can't just try one by one, and I don't even know which combination of codes opens them. This remote opens the boxes, but there's too many of them. First, I have to find out which one the professor is in. That's probably the main and the only instrument here. Scalpel might be useful. I should be careful. I'm no surgeon, and I like my fingers.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
I need some information about one of your patients.
What's his full name, sir?
Oleg Remidovich Petrenko. Professor Petrenko.
Wait a minute, please. Yes, we received this patient. Or rather, his body.
Can you tell me where exactly I can find him?
I'm sorry, we only give this kind of information to the police.
Oh, come on. I can see you have it on the monitor.
I'm sorry, sir.
If you need to recharge again, I'd be happy to wait here for a moment.
Thank you. I gladly accept your offer.
Quick, before he comes back. Fortunately, the professor's page is still open. Oleg Remidovich Petrenko. Section, Morgue Autopsy Room, Box 3C.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. I think I'll be going. Goodbye. This is where one of the most praised scientists of our time ended up. He looked so calm and peaceful, as if he expected his death and knew it was coming. I really don't understand why anybody would kill him. How could he be dangerous to anybody? I'm gonna dissect his body. Makes me sick. But I have no choice. It's about my life now. I damaged the eye using my bare hands only. Careful now. Whoops! Yes, I have the eye now, on my first attempt. And now I should be off as quickly as possible. Poor old professor. He surely wouldn't have envisioned an end like this. There's some kind of indistinct warning on all of them. Communication error. Probably something with the network. I can see one of the microfuses is missing. That's why the computers don't work. The microfuse can be changed without opening the box. Hopefully the fuses inside are all right. Tom? I'm leaving. I can't just stand here.
Well, don't get yourself into something you can't handle.
Poor man. He actually had the same problems as me. I hope I won't end up like that. I wonder what I would manage to exchange with him. He looks a bit off his rocker. I'm sure he'll take whatever I offer.
Look who's here again, Tin Box.
Yes, it's me again. Can I speak with you?
Of course. Let's talk. We have plenty of time.
I need a microfuse. Do you happen to know where I can find one?
A microfuse? It depends on where it should fit.
Into a transformer in Theolex, for computer terminals.
I see. I think I know what you need.
And do you have it?
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Depends on what you can offer in exchange.
Well, not my jacket. Tell me what you want.
There's one thing I need. Or rather, Tin Box here does. He's been creaking too much lately. He needs a new oil cartridge. Fetch me one, and the microfuse will be yours.
And where can I get a cartridge?
Every android has one on the rear side of its neck. It doesn't matter what type it is.
Wait a minute. How do I force an android to give me the cartridge?
That's not my problem.
I'll be going. Thank you.
No problem. Go.
Another broken android. There are many of them around here. Although, this one seems quite well preserved. I might get some useful components from it. This half-dead android seems the least damaged of all androids in the slums. And its oil cartridge is intact. This android won't need it anymore.
Hey, Tin Box! It seems you're gonna get a present. Am I right?
Yes, you are. Here's the oil cartridge.
You see, that's what I call a useful exchange. Here's the microfuse.
It's a pleasure doing business with you.
Sure. You need anything else?
I'll be going. Thank you.
No problem. Go.
Now let's see if it was just the fuse. Now the network's working. And there's a connected terminal over there. Somebody forgot. So the clerk's son really did steal something. Maybe there's something I could do about it. So it's done. Your son is cleared of all accusations.
Hello? What are you talking about?
Your son, Theolex, Endora, does it ring a bell?
Are you playing games with me, sir?
You're the only one playing games here so far.
I don't think so.
So stop thinking and try to remember.
There's nothing to remember. Go away.
Well, I'll probably go to your boss and tell him about that.
What? Have you gone mad? Androids will kill you.
I managed to get past them in Theolex, and considering your popularity with the management, they will gladly believe everything I say.
All right, as you wish. I'll arrange it with Endora. Now get out of my sight.
Thanks. It's been a pleasure dealing with you.
Get out, damn you.
Any documentation of the building site exists, it must be here. Not long ago, I went to pick it up personally. I was a legal employee then. Foundation plans. But it's not the foundations of the building I need. I'm only taking the pins. I don't need anything else. It's not on, and I don't have time to tamper with it anyway. All I could take here is the keyboard, but I don't need one. No Name told me to find the documentation of the building site I was working on, but there are only some empty files, books, and a locked drawer on this shelf. It must be inside. There are no documents here, and I can't open the drawer. It looks like the universal kind of lock Endora uses almost everywhere. You put a piece with pins to the round surface, and the pins come out or fall back, depending on how the lock moves. Unfortunately, I don't know the correct order. I can't do anything without a key or a proper tool. One never knows when pins might come in handy. Done. It wasn't so difficult after all. Bingo! The documentation of all the buildings in Prague is here. Here we go. Let's get out of here. The file with the Endora documents.